Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Fast Food Bro, back with another video. You guys see I got on my, red or burgundy shirt, whatever you guys want to call it, right, today because it was one of those days in the market, right? Um, Even my growth portfolio, right, is in the red today. So when my growth portfolio is in the red, I know the rest of the day is going to be just bad. I mean, right now it's not that bad. Portfolio is only down, uh, what was it? Like almost $5,000 today. So not bad, right? Could be worse. Of course, we still got about 3 more minutes for the market close. I decided to do this video early, and I mean, I might start doing some videos early. Just depends what's going on with me. Instead of waiting until later during the day, I can just make the video and put them out there. But yeah, thanks to all of our new subscribers, guys. Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing the content. I do appreciate you guys. Without you, there will be no me because I make this video, like I said, to motivate others to invest and get their financial freedom. Okay, guys, we are pushing 500 videos on this channel. I still can't believe that I do this every day and we're about to hit 500 videos. That is a lot. That is a lot, a lot, a lot. Okay, guys. So with that said, remember, I'm 52 years old and I make video about my portfolio alone. So do not take this as financial advice. If you do, what I would say you do at your own free risk, okay? Because the risk is yours, not me. I'm already taking my own risk with my portfolio, right? Made a lot of changes to my portfolio. Income have dropped because of some of the things that I've sold. And the income probably continue to drop because I still have PLTY and Coney, and those guys now are weekly. So I don't even know how much money I'm going to get this week. I haven't really looked at it. Well, I look at it. What was that? I'm sorry. I looked at it yesterday. Right. I did go to the what you call it, Yieldmax website and kind of look at the different income of different things that was over $1. So I didn't. If those guys not paying $1, I didn't really say nothing about it. Probably I don't even remember now. So it's one, like I said, it's one of those days. Anyway, let's kind of look at the market before it closes. It's almost about to close, right? The only thing that's green here today. Well, look at the red first. Since we got more red today. Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Tesla, Meta, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Waste Management, Visa, Netflix, Comcast, Airbnb, to name a few others. In the red and the green today is Google, AMD, NVIDIA, Now, Oracle, Broadcom, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Procter and Gamma, Caps, McDonald's, and so forth and so forth, as you guys can see. So, like I said, it's been one of those days, right? Last time we have great, and the thing that really gets me, right? Even though we're down, like in my main portfolio, I'm down 3,000 plus today, but it's like some of those days, right? I was down like 20 grand, and then when we do recoup, I still don't get back to 20 grand, and then the next day we go down again. It's like, yesterday was like my portfolio down yesterday, but wasn't bad. I to still make some money. Um, but then today it's like, okay, right before, like probably like an hour ago, I'm getting all these notifications from uh what's they called? Robinhood about all these things, down. This is down by 10%, whatever the percentage level is, 5%. This is down 5%. I'm like, oh my days. It's like we can get a break. We cannot get a break, right? You know, I know you guys. It's tough, right? It's tough, especially if you're new to investing. This is hard. This is why a lot of people will sell, right? And then again, people use this as a strategy, right? They will sell as soon as the stuff started to go down, they will sell, and then when they feel like it's at the bottom, they'll buy back in. So some people do that. So um, I mean that works for some. I mean, and then it doesn't. So some people when it start to go down, they'll buy, and then when the fear is at rock bottom, then I mean they'll sell and they'll buy back in. So but like I always say, you do what works for you. You can see, Bitcoin now is at 108. Ethereum is back down 3,800. BNB is still at 1,100. That's decent, right? It's still hanging in there. But look at it. So all this stuff is red, right? All this stuff is red. That's their virtual money. Okay, crypto, virtual money. It's all a lot of these things are red. You see very, very few greens in there. But a lot of this stuff is red. So like I tell you all the time, guys, choose your poison. Choose your poison. Choose what's gonna work for you, right? Your situation. Because I don't know your situation. I'm gonna talk about mine. I don't know your situation. So, you could be a billionaire in disguise. I have no idea. Okay. 5.9 billion. So this thing has dropped down. Did I tell you how bad the market's been? It's dropped down like almost 2 billion. From 7 point something now is to 5.9. Um, that's crazy, right? But look at the volume for today. Almost 2 million, 200 million. That's crazy though, right? That's 200 million is a lot. Okay. The market just closed. Portfolio is down $30.39. It kind of went up a little bit there, and then it kind of went back down. But this is, I mean, it's not going to do much, right? It's going to linger to there until the extended hour is over. I'll be surprised if it do go, all the way back up. Like what the high for the day. I'll be surprised if it go back up there. But I got a couple of dollars into the portfolio today. I spent that. Um, I don't even remember what I bought. I don't remember exactly what I bought. It wasn't that much. It was like a couple of dollars, not that much. We still got a few pennies coming in to the portfolio tomorrow. Maybe a dollar, $2, $5, whatever it is, coming into the portfolio. And I just rebought, right? I just rebought. Soon this portfolio is going to be bringing in about $2,000. I mean, $200 a month. So it's still work in progress, right? Still balancing all the portfolios, dealing with all of this up and down in the market. So when the market is bad, like it kind of messes me up because it's hard. I don't feel like comfortable transferring funds from my larger portfolio because I'm like, you know what? I can reinvest those funds in other things that I already have to increase the income. So, but I'm still sticking to my plan, to get these to 6,000. And why I get this to 6,000, that almost doubling the amount of money invested into this portfolio. In essence, that should double the income, right? That's my train of thought, right? Should double the income if we double the amount of money in here. So that would definitely get us over that $200 a month. And I'm good with that, right? And I don't have a lot of the Yield Max products in here. I might have two or three in my portfolio still that survive, right? So we'll see how that goes. Okay, guys. Um, this account here, um, I did. No, I did not. I was going to say I did have some money I came in to invest but I didn't. I'm expecting a few dollars tomorrow from PLTY. I've been going back and forth if I'm going to sell PLTY and get YMAX and YMAX WPay. What am I thinking about YMAX? I think that's the second time I say that. And get WPay, but I am down, a lot, right? And my $120,000 WPay position is down by $5,000 plus today. I mean, not today, but it's down like $1,500 today. But overall, it's down $5,000. But of course, it costs less, right? So WPay costs less than um, PLTY. So I mean, like I said, we're still balancing out to see how well this thing is going to do in the next couple of weeks, and then I'll just cut my losses and be done with it, and put that funds into WPay and see how well that's going to do. I mean, I got into other stuff in my other portfolio, so I keep monitoring it and see how well it's going to do, you know, um, and then we go from there, you know. Now back to my cash management portfolio. I did update this earlier today. Um, I updated this earlier today, and it says 4 hours ago. So that's probably right. Let's do it again. I should have done the big one. That make it go a lot faster. Um, but for you new investors, guys, you got to be patient. Okay. If you have the money, yes, you can speed up your contributions, your distributions, your dividends, whatever, however you want to call it. You can speed it up if you have money. But you got to also understand that right now, as the way the market fluctuates, right, that can affect you too, because you can buy something that was $60 today, and the morning is going to be $55 or $52, and you have no control over how the market is flowing. So do be patient, right? This my portfolio is over 5 years old, and of course I've made a lot of changes to my portfolio in the last year, right? And of course I still have margins in my portfolio that I really do want to get rid of at this point. But also I'm thinking, I'm like, as I get rid of margins, that's going to affect my income also. Um, but right now, I have so much stuff in my main portfolio that, you know, it's not a bulk of my total value of my portfolio, because I've gotten rid of so much stuff in my portfolio that has have margins, and and make it easier to say, you know what, let me pull money from somewhere else and put it in this portfolio, right? So I can pay out the margins. So there's something that I'm definitely going to do, right? To call um, these guys, Fidelity, sometime this week or next week, and and ask, if I need to, based on the size of my portfolio right now, if I need to get rid of the margins, how much money do I need to add more money to my portfolio? Or you guys can, definitely I need to add more money to my portfolio. Um, but it wouldn't be as much as I think it's going to be. Maybe about 20 grand without having to sell anything. I think that's, for me, I think that would be best. So I'm going to do that, ask that question, get that understanding on where I need to be, right? I might just ask some other questions about other things, and then say, you know what, if I had to do this, what do I need to do? You know, um, and how much more money do I need to put into my portfolio to remove the margins, to see what they're going to tell me. Because, like I said, I'm seriously considering doing that. Let's see if any changes through our distributions. We're still at $1,874 estimated for the next 12 months. So we at $56 a month. And it's in my cash management portfolio, and we at 41% yield, 41.66% yield. Yield on cost is 40.25. So this is my $4,000 portfolio. So like I said, by the time we get this thing up to 6,000, we should be over that. $2,000 a month. I mean, $200 a month. I keep saying 2,000. That's coming. We should be over that $200 a month income thing. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ecstatic. The same goes for this portfolio here. I need to add another, what was that, $2,800 to get this up to 6 grand. And then I will have reached the goal of the contributions. And you can see the yield in this thing is 29%. So the yield in this thing is a lot lower. And look at the monthly is at $77. So I think putting that money in there will quite double the income. It just depends what I put it in there, right? Will double the income because I'm going to put it into the stuff that's going to pay more, so we can get more income and then rotate that down to the rest of the position. So getting the extra $200 a month and reinvesting that, I think is a good thing for the portfolio. And the main portfolio here, this number here, man, I don't know what this number is. $16,000 a month. I think monthly. I think because we already did what $13,000 already so far. We only got to do 3 more thousand to get 16, but we still got this week, and we still have 2 more paydays. So we're gonna crush this number. I just have to put, even if we get in $2,000, if we get 2,000 this week, 2,000 next week, and 2,000 the week after, I mean, that's at 19,000 right there, right? So that would definitely put us over that number. And this is excluding this portfolio. So this portfolio is not added in there. For some reason, I can never get that thing to work. So, but sooner or later, all this money going to be transferred into my first portfolio, cash management portfolio. So, I mean, I think this is a good space. But you can see the yield adjusted a little bit. 48% is a little higher. I mean, 58%. It's a little higher. This is my big boy portfolio. At some point, we used to be at what 80, 90. At some point, we're at a 90% yield. Now we're 50-something% yield. I think I'm okay with this yield. The only thing I'm not okay with is the money, right? I'm not okay with the income, but I think I'm okay with this yield for now. At some point, as the portfolio, as we move things over, if we can definitely move things over like I want to and get out of margins, you know, I don't have to pull a lot of money out of my portfolio. So if we're doing 10 to 16,000 a month, and I'm only pulling out $5,000 a month out of this portfolio and reinvesting the rest, I think I'm gonna be in good shape. That's an extra, you know what? My stomach is making noise. That's an extra $120,000 a year that will be reinvested into the portfolio. And a lot of this stuff here, I don't have to pay taxes on it because I'm receiving my own money back from these different positions, right? Return on cash, as whatever they call it. But we are working on it, work in progress. So this thing got all of us in here. This is the core portfolio. Of course, 70-some% yield. This one here is saying 80-some% yield in this tracker here. So I don't know who's telling the truth. This tracker said 80%, other tracker said 58%. So, but overall, guys, we at $279,000 estimated for the next 12 months. And we are all work in progress as we continue to grow our portfolio. And I hope you guys are doing the same. You know, me trying to encourage you guys, even though the roof is falling. So 6.3 million, this amount went up a little bit. 6.3 million in the next 10 years. And the next 5 years, we're looking at what? 1.27. So we're getting close. It's coming back up. But I think that's a good adjustments in the portfolio, right? I remember when that number was like 5, but like 5-something, 6-something coming in every month. So, guys, so I took a look at this today, right? From where I sold it last week, I believe. this thing already lost another, what, 25 cents, 30 cents, or what it was. I don't remember what it was when I sold. I got to look at my sheet. It's already lost another 25 cents. No telling what it's going to be by, the end of this week or next week. So I still feel good that I got out of this early, even though when I sold, I was getting about $1,000 a week, so it's like $4,000 a month. But still, the erosion was just too much. Okay, so guys, I hope you had a good time and today in the market. I'm trying to be funny, but I mean, we investors, we are risk takers, right? It's like opening your own small business. You open your small business and you hope people come or hope people call for your service. It's the same, right? We buy things, even though we have numbers and stuff, and some of the stuff I invest in go way back, and some of the stuff I invest in is brand new, like WPay. So we're dealing with the risk and based on the company strategy and hope we make the right choice. And sometimes we make the bad choices. So like WPay, people, I mean, not W, like Alti, and people still investing into Alti, right? People still investing into Misty, even though it's down like half of what it was value, I believe 6 months ago, a year ago. Who knows? Look at the thing, right? You can look it up, right? So we go make it simple. Year to date, it was at 30 $30 in January, $31 in January, and it's October right now, and it's this month at $11. I thought it was at 15 when I checked earlier today. Oh, that was yesterday. Wow. Okay, that was a couple days ago when I finally look at this thing. I'm glad I sold, man. I'm glad I sold. Now I'm holding on to the falling knife called Coney. Um, I'm glad I sold out of this thing. Man, I feel bad for you guys who still believe in this in Misty. Um, I feel bad. I lost money in Misty. Basically, one of the positions I lost money in. AIYY was the other one that I lost money in. I think everything else I made some money or even out my, what I bought and what I sold and what I received. But those two I lost money. I think Misty I lost maybe like 25,000 or something like that. AIYY, um, probably a little bit more because that thing just went to the shits like so fast. But it is what it is, guys. Thanks again for watching the content, liking the content. Like I said, I'm here to encourage you guys. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Be like MC Hammer, okay? You're too legit to quit. Don't freaking quit. Stay in there. Hang in there. It's gonna get better, okay? The tariff mess up a lot of people. It mess up a lot of people and a lot of people investment portfolio, wipe people out. And multiple tariffs. This thing every time it comes, it hits and it hits hard. But you know, we got Donald Trump for another how many years? I don't even know. 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years. This tariff stuff gonna settle. Eventually there's gonna be nobody else to get tariffs to, right? So it's gonna be done. Maybe we got another year of this. Maybe we got another 2 year of this. We don't know, right? But eventually all of this tariff stuff will be done with, and we won't have to be bothered with it. We just focus on making money and dealing with the regular ups and downs of the market. The regular stuff instead of the additional stuff where people manipulating the market so their friends can get rich and stuff, and we the little guys get to suffer. Okay. So with that said, guys, have an amazing day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Like and share the content. And guys, leave a comment. I appreciate all of you guys who've been leaving comments. Even though I haven't had the chance to reply to the comments because I've been working on the house, trying to fix the window before I travel. This tomorrow night, I'm traveling tomorrow night to go into Florida before I go back to Colombia. So I was trying to fix the window. So during the day, I haven't had a chance to really do much. With work, I got my phone and I'm finishing my project. So whenever I'm done with that, I come back and and try to make the videos and do what I need to do. But I still got a regular job until um, I decide to stop working or they get rid of me one. I'm gonna have the job as long as I can. Okay, guys. So don't quit your job because you're making $5,000, $10,000. Okay, stay in your job as long as you can because the extra money doesn't hurt. Okay, the extra money does not hurt, especially if you have a good job that you love. I mean, if you love what you do, you're working with great people. Don't quit your job. Okay. Now, if you're in a horrible situation and you're making money and you're okay, I mean, do what you gotta do. Okay, guys. With that said, have an amazing, amazing day. Tomorrow's Friday. We can have a break on after whatever happens tomorrow. Who knows? And have to deal with that crap on Monday. Okay. Peace out.